So what is going on, Kingdom Hearts fans? It's your boy Amaziah here, and today's video is going to be coming from a translator on Twitter called Mystic Distance. So definitely shout out to Mystic Distance for providing this information for the community. And today I'm going to be reciting the information that he provided to you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is a kind of little petty insert, and I had to do it to him. So the first thing he says here is that Vanitas has indeed been resurrected. Other members who are returning either return as actual people and become nobodies again. Those helping Sora are actual people. So the first thing I'm going to pick up right here is the Vanitas line, because I told niggas that when we saw young Xehanort and of course Vanitas within Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, that was pretty much indication to us as the freaking players that Vanitas actually was a part of young Xehanort in the same way that Ventus is a part of Sora. Nomura even explicitly stated that the reason why we can see Vanitas is because his heart and Ventus's heart are playing off one another. One thing, of course, I did get wrong as well in this statement is that he states that the people who are actually working with Xehanort, so the 13 Seekers, are characters who were, of course, somebodies at some point, like they returned to their somebody selves, but they became nobodies again. So this does make everyone's affiliation with Master Xehanort seem deliberate, rather than, of course, it being a situation of, I guess you could kind of say like, of course, what I was thinking to where, Marluxia didn't make sense. Why wasn't he called Lori? Well, being called Marluxia and stuff would still make sense. But, if you remember, I was proposing the idea that the person between Exigbar and of course Bray, I was thinking that it was Exigbar, is just he just kept the X because of course Xehanort's heart. That's what I was thinking it was, but apparently they do become nobodies again. So good on you guys for getting me on that one. Those helping Sora are actual people, which is obvious because Sora doesn't deal with that, give me that heart and give me that booty nigga type shit. He ain't the booty warrior out here. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 will contain a secret movie, but that has not yet been finalized, is the next thing that will be confirmed. And oh my goodness, man, a secret movie for Kingdom Hearts. Man, bro, for the longest time, dog, I've been saying that the Master of Masters is going to be the next villain. With Kingdom Hearts 2, we pretty much got our first look at Master Xehanort. With this secret movie, I'm definitely expecting the Master of Masters to climb out of his little fucking hole and then, of course, snap his back and stuff, getting that good stretch in. And then, wow, oh my god, when the screen pans to this motherfucker's face, I can just imagine it being like the last thing we see is a zoom in, and then of course his eye illuminates and stuff in the shadow of like under the hood. That shit would, oh my goodness, that would be so perfect. Just knowing that, like, this motherfucker will be the next villain in the secret movie would be so sick. Because Tetsuya Nomura has already confirmed that the black box will appear in Kingdom Hearts 3. I do believe he also confirmed that Luxu will make some kind of appearance, whether or not it will be a cameo or just in some kind of cutscene. I do believe he did confirm that he would make an appearance as well. So the black box and Luxu will make an appearance, but the Master of Masters is a special case as he will not be making an appearance within Kingdom Hearts 3 itself. So within the story, he won't be making an appearance. With this secret movie, we could potentially see our boy. So, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see that. That was like the hypest piece of news that we got from this. And then Nomura would also say, the scene in which Aqua appears is during a time where Riku and the king are in a serious situation. Due to Aqua's problems, as well as all of the other characters' problems being resolved in this game, it was challenging writing that scene. So when it comes to this statement, it kind of goes with what I was saying. I think if what he's implying and the implication here is what I was thinking, it's like, how are you really going to write Aqua being a Xehanort? If she's a Xehanort, how are you really going to write it? Like, it don't make sense because this character spent all this time fighting. She spent all this time with Hope. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep at the end, all of her hope and stuff was reinvigorated. And then, of course, we know that in Dream Drop Distance, we do still see her looking out from the dark margin and stuff to the light, as of course she is still awaiting for Sora to come. And that's like after the events of Dream Drop Distance. So how do you just go from that to now she's a Xehanort? I don't know how you would do it, but of course he could also mean that it was weird to actually write it. But I don't know, because that's just like an insert to where Riku and Mickey are in some kind of battle, some kind of situation or something. Maybe it has something to do with them not being able to get back from the realm of darkness, probably after of course not being able to find her, and then she disappears. But I don't know, potentially that's what it has to do. And then of course maybe maybe he meant that of course the way they think they're going to get their way out is of course by a dark corridor, as we do see Mickey apparently being trapped by a dark corridor within the trailer. Like he's like trapped and forced like into the center of the dark corridor, which is new, definitely. But of course, that's what it seems like is happening. So I'm guessing that potentially there will be a dark corridor that will open, and maybe this dark corridor could potentially be opened by Ansem the Wise, as we have been questioning where the fuck is Ansem the Wise. And then of course maybe she'll come out of the distance and she'll walk up, pick up Mickey's Keyblade, and then of course the scene that we see in the trailer will play out. So if she is a Xehanort for certain, then of course, which I have no problem with, by the way, besides the writing part, but I'll get into that in another video. When it comes to this situation, maybe that's what he means, but I don't really get what he would mean by like the writing, unless I'm thinking about it in the right way. But I'll talk about like, this again in another video. The final thing that Tetsuya Nomura would confirm is that there is no consideration for a final mix at this moment. Though there are times where the amount of content would be insufficient, if there is one at all, it will most likely be instated through updates and the planned DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now pause. We gotta take a pause, boys. And the reason why we gotta take a pause is because, one, my ass be going off the top, getting so hype and shit with this news, that my ass be running out of breath, boys. But holy shit. Holy fuck. So I know this is going to confuse a lot of people, because I already put up a video talking about how Tetsuya Nomura confirmed that there is no planned DLCs for Kingdom Hearts 3. And the fact that there is no planned DLCs for Kingdom Hearts 3, the reason why that this is being stated now is because what he's saying is, if he does plan on bringing a final mix to Kingdom Hearts 3, as of course he does explain that of course if the content isn't sufficient, then of course, or if the content is sufficient when it comes to like a final mix version. And we know that Tetsuya Nomura has been speaking about the longevity of Kingdom Hearts 3. He wants it to last for a very long time. So he doesn't want the game to just be like a simple release and then it dies off. He wants the game to last for a very long time. This is his magnum opus into the Kingdom Hearts series actually. And he just doesn't want it to just die off. So if he can find a way to add sufficient enough content, he'll do a final mix version through either updates and he says updates and planned DLC, so there isn't an either or. There will actually probably be updates and stuff to where new enemies and of course new potential things will happen, like of course some kind of tweaks to the balancing, and then of course eventually we could see a DLC that is essentially the whole final mix package. So I think that sounds pretty cool to me. A final mix version, we was worried whether or not one would come, and if it did come, would it come only to Japan? But of course a DLC now exists, so I wasn't thinking that was going to happen either way around. But let me know how you guys feel about all of this news. Again, shout out to Mystic Distance, who actually provided us with this information. He's a translator over on Twitter, and go get that dude a follow. This has been your boy Amaziah. Don't forget to do a little A-class gaming and everything you do. Don't forget to keep it A-class. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at AmaziahYT. Links in the description and comment section below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace the heck